Hey, and we are live. Hey, hello everybody. How are you? I hope you're doing well. The Lord is good. This is another day that God has made, and the Bible tells us to rejoice in it. I'm here again with my business partner, Bena, from the UK. And it's always a blessing for us to come here every Wednesday just to encourage somebody out there and to continue sharing our story and more so to recommend this business to our friends, our followers out there. So welcome here in Jesus' name. At this time, I want to just dive in. I think Bena will just introduce ourselves as we continue. But today, it is so interesting because we just want to think about freedom. Most of the time, we always say that everybody likes to be free. Freedom is really wonderful for everybody out there. So I don't know how you think about this freedom. We are not only focusing on money freedom. It is all about spiritual freedom. It is all about social freedom. It is all these things together. So please welcome here. Welcome here, and let's just dive in. So I don't know if I need to ask this, Bernard, but let's just go to the question and see how we handle that. So what does freedom really mean to you? Are you living it or you just dreaming it? You can yes. You can
Yeah.
introduce yourself and tell us about that.
Right. Thank you so much, Sister McKenna. Hello, people. Hello, our friends who are listening to us, who are watching us live, or who, will watch the replay. Thank you for being here. My name is Bena. I'm a mom, a nurse, an immigrant as well. Originally from Uganda, now living in the UK. And, as women, we are on a mission to build freedom, the God's way. I know when we talk about our business, it's more, triggers, thinking of financial side of it. But, with our business, with any business that you are earning, there is so much more about freedom. It's not always about just the money. So to me, freedom is, having time with my children, having time with myself, if I just want to sit there and, like, let me say, like today, I dropped off my kids to school and I said, oh, what can I do for me? And I went to the gym. I'm just starting going back to the gym. I used to go to gym before the kids. When the kids came around, childcare, and then I said, I have to work. I pay childcare. Now I have to go gym. And again, I still pay childcare for somebody to, look after my kids when I do that. So I kind of stopped it. But, ever since I started this business, I said to myself, I have more time at home with my kids. I have more time when they go. So let me start this again. So sometimes it's just going there. Maybe you do a class, maybe you go to the gym. And what I love most, I love the sauna. So I go to the sauna, and usually in the morning it's very quiet. So it's like I just lie there, close my eyes, no noise, just quiet. Of course, you can't have a phone in a hot sauna or a steam. So you kind of relax. You feel free. You feel like you are energizing yourself. That's what freedom. I can say one of the ways it really means a lot to me. So it's not about money. Yes, we do want that as well, but there is so many ways that you can have freedom, peace of mind, with God's help. Just prayer can give you that freedom as well. It's like when you wake up in the morning and you say a prayer, you kind of, before you even get up, that peace that you feel in, before you start the daily stuff. So I've come into a routine. I'm telling you, this business is teaching me so much. I'm getting tips from right center everywhere. Things I never used to do. I wake up, okay, I pray. And then after my prayer, I do like a 10, 11 minutes deep breathing. You know, there's somebody I've watched on YouTube were talking about how it can help your mindset and everything. And I've done it over now a month. And the difference, even now going to the sauna, I used to go 10 minutes, I'm running out 5 minutes. I can sit there and relax because I think my body is saturating very well. My breathing is much more deeper. I do that even lying on bed without getting up yet. And I do those 10, 11 minutes, say 11 minutes video that you do deep breathing, hold your breath, and it changes your mind, your body, your setup for the day, and you are free. I wake up not in the morning rushing, oh, we need to do this, we need to get out of the house. It has calmed me down, and that is freedom as well. So you have to find a way. You're free, you have to find something that gives you that peace, that freedom. You have to find it. And it is so many. There's a big recipe of freedom. That's something I found, that there is a recipe of freedom. So you have just to choose one that you can put into your routine and enjoy
Yes.
life. Yeah. Thank you.
Wow, I really like that. For me, I can say that freedom is just as you've talked about, the peace of mind.
Hmm.
Okay, that to me is able to balance everything. That where that I have the freedom to feel like, yes, this is going on well. That peace really enables me to achieve a lot in life. Yeah,
Hmm.
thank you for that sharing. So we move to our next question, um, which is about, do you think freedom is something we wait for or something we create?
Definitely, it is something we create. Like I said, the recipe to freedom doesn't begin with money, it begins with your mind. Your mind shift. That's when your life begins to change. Oh, I was kind of researching on this thing. Let me just get my phone out. And
Okay.
I got here a quote that is saying about the recipe of freedom. I can just read it out loud. They say it's one cup of belief in yourself, even when others don't see it. That is also a recipe of freedom. And then they say two teaspoons of courage. That means that the boldness to try something new. You don't have to be perfect, but the boldness, the about the whatever the shift that you say, okay, let me take this first step. And another one, they said a pinch of discomfort. They said growth doesn't come easy. That is also freedom. When you take that pinch of discomfort, it's where is it going to lead you at the end of the day? If you put your mindset and you say, I'm going to do it, it will lead you to freedom. It will lead you to where you want. Yes, it might be uncomfortable to start with, but it's going to get easier and you will enjoy it. And then they talked about a jug of God's grace, because his strength shows up in our weaknesses. So if you trust God and pray to God and give yourself to God, you will, all your weaknesses, he will overcome, because you have a higher power that you're believing in, and a higher power that you can put your trust in to overcome all those weaknesses that you have. And the last one is stay in consistency. What does that mean?
Mhm.
Showing up daily, even on hard days.
Yes.
So even
Wow.
on hard days. So I came across it and I said, oh my God, this is so interesting. I will, talk about it. So, freedom can mean so many things.
Yeah, freedom. Yeah. So definitely, with what you have said, this is something that is created. It's
Yeah.
not for you to just grab it. As you've said, it starts with your mind. Your
Mm.
mind is just like an engine. Yeah, you have to be that. You don't need any permission to seek for to be responsible. You don't need any permission. You don't need to please anybody. It is about you. It is about you just realizing who you are, where you want to go. And even before that money, it's all about your mind. Everything is here. I was listening to another I think I'll send you that YouTube. This person was talking about Everything, whatever the mind takes, is that thing that you repeat.
Mm-hmm.
The way you feed your mind, something that you repeat, I am a winner, I am a winner, I am a winner, until your mind tells you that you're a winner. But you see, most of the time we put, there's a lot of negativity, there's a lot of things that we put in our minds, and our minds grab that and we stay there forever. So it's always going to realize that you have the power to get the freedom that you want. You have to create it. The life that you want to live, you're the one to create it. Yes, God has given, the Bible says, and we love this verse, Jeremiah 29, verse 11. For I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. The plan is already there. But remember, God is our creator. He created us in his own image. And therefore, it's up to you to just grab everything in your hands and boom, move. And wherever you go, if you want to keep on confessing that you're a millionaire, you'll be a millionaire.
True.
Keep
Yeah.
on confessing about it. When you start your day in the morning, just start confessing and telling your mind, today I'm going to make it. Today things are like this, but I have to stay positive. That's very important. So thank you so much, Benna, for that. Let's move to our third question. It says, what mindset do you think is silently holding people hostage?
Thank you so much. Mindset. I think that if you are a negative person, you don't open up yourself to learn new things. So, like mindset, let me say, I like when I started this business, I was overworked, I was exhausted, my family, my kids, raising kids with autism, sending money back home because I was looking after my mother. And then sometimes you get sick and you're not paid. All of that can really change you and can really hold you hostage as well. But that was when my wake up call came and I said, I realized I needed more than income. Despite I was looking at other people doing so well in this business, doing so well. And I said, they must also have started somewhere. And you have to try and block whatever is holding you back. Because, I saw the business. Of course, I didn't take it in consideration because I was looking for a different kind of business, a different kind of online work, not really online, work at home kind of job. That was my mindset then. So, but with this one, it kind of took me, I had to overcome a lot to have the confidence even to start it. So, those things that you are probably more scared of trying, they're the things you should probably try. Something you think, oh, that one I can do. Okay, let me go and do it. It's probably not gonna give you any growth, any freedom in yourself. So the things like the fear that maybe I'm not good enough for this, I can't show my face, I'm not tech savvy, I'm not educated enough. There is so many things that are blocking people from gaining that freedom, or that freedom that they would normally have if they just put that little step or that faith in God to say, yes, I may not be this, but I can, work hard. I can put in the time. I can take this first step and push and see where I can overcome. Every change is uncomfortable. Change can be painful. It was for us when we started, but things are getting easier. We are getting there. We are not saying that, we know it all. We are still learning. We are still, putting in that effort to get the freedom that we want, that ultimate freedom that we want. Because some people say, oh, if I had money, I would have been this and that and that. If I just had more money, I would feel free. If I got that promotion, I would be, it would be perfect, it would solve all my problems. If I had that perfect schedule, but guess what? I'm sure every one of us know people who have the money but still feel stuck.
Mm-hmm.
because freedom is not just in your cash or your wallet. It's in your mind. You might have the money, but if you are not free and taking the right steps for you to gain that freedom, money will not change a lot, because that's why they say rich people are miserable. They are not happy. Hmm? Because they are not free. They're already thinking of, let me do this, let me do this, let me do this. Unless if you follow the steps, look after yourself, look after your family, look after your mind, and take out all those blocks. Because yes, usually when we start a business, yes, we want to make money. If you just focus on only money, that will
Yes.
hold you back, because there are other things in your life you can enjoy while making this money. But if you just focus on money, you will not enjoy the ultimate freedom. You still have freedom of income, that you can
Mm-hmm.
buy anything, you can buy the house you want, you can buy the car you want. But your mindset, um your family, some people have money and they work so hard and they don't even get time to spend with their children. And all of a sudden they have grown, they are out of the house, they are not connecting with them. Doesn't matter whether they have money. My kids don't come around to see them. I gave them everything that they ever wanted. But these kids, why? It's because you didn't invest in them, you didn't invest in the family, you invested only in the business. So that's why we are here to tell you about freedom is not all about money, or that money in your wallet.
Wow, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was really wonderful. Yeah,
Thank
maybe what
you.
I can add is that most of the people are held hostage by fear of failure. You just sit there and you're like, oh, what if it fails? What if I don't succeed? Oh, I started this and it failed
Mhm.
before. I don't think I can do it again. And the other thing I'm also thinking about is people pleasing. Yeah, you're just there to please people, and sometimes you're not able to do things that you need to because you're holding yourself back because you want people to say, "Hey, I think she's okay." I've had, as you know, most of the people have shared when they started this online business, how most of the people are not happy with them. Families left them because they were like, hey, what are you doing? Because of the stereotype, online stereotype, and all that stigma people have. So, and again, something that can hold you back is thinking small, think big, as we have talking about mindset. That's really important for you. Our last question here is very important, and I don't know, all the time I try to do this, it gives me trouble for the last question. All the time I'm not able to do this. Let me try and see if I can copy it. The last question all the time gives me trouble. Let me see if I'm able to do this. All right, there you go. Sure. All right. So if money, time, and opinions did it limit you, what would you be doing right now?
I'll probably be. Thank you. That's a good question. I'll probably still be, working those long hours. I will still be stressed, burnt out. I will still be blaming others for my not taking action.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know, because I already think, oh, somebody should help me with this. Oh, somebody this and this. I will still be fighting for those extra shifts at work. I always want to get them first. I would still be stuck. I would still be stuck, I think, if I didn't do this. But as I talked about the recipe before, you need to just believe in yourself. One, you have to believe in yourself. Take big courage. Get that courage to take that first step. Become consistent. With God's grace, everything is possible. And have that mindset shift to help you get started. So after I had my mindset shift, I started taking action. I started a digital online business, that doesn't rely on physical presence, as much as it was really hard for me to start because I was still limited with, oh, I'm not tech savvy, oh, I'm not this. And when you enter the community, of course, other people have been doing it for years. They're doing things like that. You think, oh my God, will I ever be able? You comparing yourself basically to other people. Before I understood that I have to look at my own journey, not what other people are doing. I have to be me, not somebody else. Those are the things you learn that help you to shift that and not be stuck in those long hours, those missing out on your family time, missing out on the vacations that you would have had. Just be present. I learned how to just to run a simple ad on Facebook that I never saw exist and thought existed. You get mentorship. I got mentorship. I got support. I got a community that now, I'm free to attend my children's events, be there for them, just sit even there and just look at each other without stressing. When is my next shift coming? So you have to find a purpose for you. Belief, courage, be consistent, and change that mindset of yours to a growth mindset. That will help you.
Wow.
Mm.
That's really wonderful. Yes. Otherwise, I was so much grateful for your time here, Benna. Always a blessing
Thank
to do
you.
go live with you. And for me, I'm just grateful to God for where I am. I don't know where I could be, but this digital online business has helped me to just have that freedom. As I said, the peace that I have.
Mm.
My life is changing slowly, and I believe we're going to get where God wants us to be. So,
Definitely.
thank you so much for being here and for sharing with us those are really very wonderful points. So
Thank you.
if you're out there, please, you're following us on our pages, or what you can do, our websites are here. You can, for Bena, for us, you can always check the business out, register with your name and with your email. For those who are here, kindly make sure you check out this business. The webinar is not for free, and that will help you to understand this business more. Otherwise, shalom to you. We'll see you again next week. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.